And lo and behold, here we are today. And oh gods, why the chat? Okay. I hate when the chat is colored inappropriately. Anyway, so let's see. Should I leave the dark blue or not? I hate it. I hate when Streamlabs suddenly decides, you know what? We're gonna color the names of the people in the chats. We're gonna color it really hard to see colors. Yeah, that makes sense. Fuck me. Alright, you know what? No, I'm just gonna restart it, so that's gonna be anyway. Where are you? Come on. It should. There we go. Now, nice green color. Right? There we go. Right then, greetings indeed to everyone waggling your joysticks and all that stuff today. Yeah, that's great. Right, so, before I start looking into a couple of things, I was actually rushing to, you know, put things together and whatnot else, and actually probably should have started stream a little bit later, so, yeah. When suddenly you get influx of information coming in and all that stuff, you need to sort of... I technically could have prolonged the pre-stream thing, but whatever. Anyways, doesn't matter particularly. Right. Right, let me just quickly go over the chats and see who's around. Yeah, so, on the Twitch side, let's see, we got some Call Me Tim, greetings. Hopefully the Twitch thing, no, the Twitch thing... Yeah, it should be running. Right, never mind. Right, Joseph, greetings. Edgar, say hey. Ciao, mazes pimpaus. Yeah, malats, brexpete. Owen Rocks, right, greetings as well, Owen. Indeed. The genie pig, right? Did I get that right? Well, whatever. Anyways, moving on then. Edinburgh, retro, greetings. Mark, nice to see you once more. LVMKM, hey, what's up? Let's see, Alec, nice to see you once more. Actually, haven't seen you in a while. I think at least in my chats, right? Well, anyways, how are you? Commander Blackburn, yes, labas dienas. Apocalypse Mao? Apocalypse? No. Anyways, greetings indeed. Nick Rios. Yes, greetings. I put my name, first mapped, on an ice ball. Lights against from the star, lingering in space in the bubble. Wait, hold on. There are still undiscovered star systems in the bubble? Oh, wait, mapped. Right, mapped is a different thing. Right, the mapped feature was the new one. Right. Right, never mind me. Joseph, right, greetings as well. As I said previously, let's see what we got. Carl, hey. Vokun, nice to see you indeed. Right, who else we got? Commander Starlord, hey, nice to see you. Am I missing anyone? John, right? Greetings. Alien. Yaunsiums? Wait. Alien? Yaunsi? No. No. It's not that. Reindeer, greetings. Minia or Mini-char? No, I assume that's Latvian. Anyways, Wolf, greetings. We got so many wolves here, huh? Okay. And the wanker's gone. Right, moving on then. Cameron, greetings. And I think that's about it on the quick sort of a look there. Tango Peter, right, greetings. Right, so what the fuck am I gonna even do? Mini wilting. Okay. It's kind of counterintuitive because one of the words is in well, technically Latvian, right, and the other one is in English, and it's just kind of a mix between that and well, anyways, it's just thing. Right. Is the fucking thing still moving? Yep. Oh wait, no, it's complete. And oh, look at that, only tier 2 is achieved, so what a surprise. So just to recap, those that play Elite Dangerous or even don't play Elite. So essentially every week or so, Elite Dangerous used to have community goals. Now these community goals would essentially be, you know, for everyone, and a big event for everyone, you know, around in the game, in the sandbox and so on and so forth, playing together, and doing specific thing to achieve a common goal, right? So basically there are certain tiers in this particular thing, and it was this time combat. So we had to kill different ships and what else. And the reward would be for the winning side. There were 2 sides in this one. So whichever one were to win this particular event, if you will, would reward the community with a specific new weapon. And I'm not quite sure. Zandere won, right? Pooh, Zande. There we go. So normies. So wait, who won? We got multi-cannons. Okay, so yeah, originally I wanted to go for multi-cannons, and apparently that won, I assume. Yeah, more. Right, so there we go. Yeah, the multi-cannons won. So alright, fair enough. And that's what I originally wanted, anyways. But TheYamiks did fight for missile racks, right? So I remember doing that. So now what is the point of actually staying here? I don't even know anymore. Right, so basically I need to get my fucking ship back to the bubble. Right, I see a question in the chat. Sorry if I miss any questions, do ask them again and all that stuff, and I'll do my best to answer them, but it's not that easy, you know, just follow everything. Anyways. Alex, do you think this game takes itself too seriously? Well, does it take itself too seriously? I wouldn't say it takes itself too seriously. It's built basically without any part. Literally, this game has one tone. It plays that one tone musically really well. Story-wise, not so well. And in general, immersive type, if you will, also not so well. Regardless, the tone for Elite Dangerous is super serious. Super serious. There's no comedy. I shit you not, there's no comedy. There is a little bit of drama, but realistically, if the theater is built on 2 things, that is a drama and comedy, then Elite Dangerous is just pure drama. There's nothing but serious stuff constantly going on. You know, these or these aliens happen and all that stuff. And there are, even with, you know, non sequitur, just sort of world building logs or voice recordings and all that stuff that you get in the game, or you can find in the game, are all serious. There literally is not a single one that hints at any sort of a comedy. Maybe except for one. Maybe. And that's a big ass maybe. So, yeah, it's just... it sucks. I hate it, because that's the thing. To build a proper story, to build a proper world, you can't just lean on one thing. And the funny thing is, also, developers themselves, whenever they are presenting the game, essentially, they're presenting it with smiles on their faces and whatnot else, right? And also comedy part of it, but, well, just, you know, having fun. But this game, this universe, this game takes in, or has... and Kenneth, thank you, seriously. Seriously, thank you very much. And James, your alert should come right after super chats. There we go. Super chats, as I said, is weird. So there you go. It's just shit. It tends to just delay some messages on while the other ones are you know, properly displayed quickly. I don't even know anymore. Regardless, the thing is, right, I'm gonna try and read the chats as soon as I can, but let me just finish my fucking rant of the day. Yeah, there we go. Right, so, right, Elite Dangerous, I hate the tone that they're going for. Developers themselves try to go for a more lighthearted and fun tone when they are presenting the game. And yet, the game literally has... CMD Felix, thank you very much for your, I take it's Australian dollars. Thank you very much. That's why you are the best YouTuber to bring a bit of humor to Elite. Yeah, that's also reflected in the community quite a bit. As well, these days there are a bit more comedic content creators, or at least people that go for the comedic style of content. But even so, most of them are either smaller or they are not so frequent and whatnot else. If you want to see something with comedic stuff in it that does definitely rival my own attempts, if you will, Ghost Giraffe. Ghost Giraffe is, yeah, almost everything I can pretty much mention about their work is way better than mine. Maybe here and there I do better. I definitely release more videos. That's a thing I win, right? Anyways, right. Quickly, let me take a look at the chats. I missed so many fucking questions. Sorry. So I saw a question about the PUBG. Right. So I do, or at least I used to play it. These days. Right, so let me just recap you basically how I played games in the last 2 years, I think? Yeah, I think the PUBG sort of came out around that time. Right, so basically, PUBG comes out. I play it during the early access phases, and I liked it enough. It was definitely something different that I usually play, so I was like, fine. I hate the third person, but fuck it, I'll play it for a little bit and I enjoy it to a point. Okay, after that, Fortnite came out, and along the way there were a few other games, but essentially, yeah, Fortnite came out. I, of course, tried that and checked it, and I hated the building, but I definitely liked the more consistent and more responsive input. I fucking despise PUBG's lack of consistent and fucking quick input registration. Because when you press fucking aim down the sights button, it takes forever to get that fucking gun up to your nose, and even then there feels, well, at least it feels like you have some sort of a delay for it, which I hate. Regardless, many other things as well. Well, in Fortnite, actually, it is coded better. It's, first of all, performance is way better. That's just objectively provable, right? But yeah, after that, after both games were played a little bit, a friend, a supporter, actually gifted yours truly a surprise gift for Escape from Tarkov, right? So those that don't know, Escape from Tarkov essentially is a looter shooter, if you will. Yeah, it's kind of a take on looter shooter. So essentially, you're spawned in a map. There are NPCs and there are players as well, essentially playing in the sort of a relatively small map, but it's not a battle royale. Essentially, you drop in, you have a certain time to get to exit, and along the way, whatever stuff you collect, Essentially, that's that. And the game is basically heavy. Its biggest sort of a niche is in gun modification. If you love gun modification, then Escape Tarkov of Tarkov is one of the games that I want to recommend it. I even made a fucking video about it. But the problem is that, remember that, well, those that perhaps didn't follow it, a while back, well, the reason why I stopped basically playing Escape from Tarkov was the developers decided to, well, didn't like one of the creators. Well, a while back, there was one of the creators who made a video with questionable information, right? About questionable information on the game itself. Developers didn't like that video, obviously. Who wouldn't like the video that, you know, is not quite correct on the facts? Which is understandable. It was all fine. But the problem is that developers decided, oh, we're gonna DMCA that video to take it down. We don't like that video, we're gonna DMCA your channel, we're gonna DMCA your video on that. The thing in YouTube you have to understand is that there are two types of sort of copyright stuff. So the content IDs, whenever you know, the YouTube algorithms detects a music piece or other copyrighted material that belongs to someone else that you didn't pay license fees for or whatnot else to, you know, monetize. The video will still go up. You can view it and all that stuff, but monetization is given, or the option to monetize and also take the revenue is given to the claimant, who claims that you have that video has like 10 seconds of footage of or copyrighted stuff. We're gonna take it. That's it. That video is still up on your side, but we're gonna take you know, hold of its monetization. So fuck you. A lot of companies abuse this as well. A lot of them, and there's no repercussion or any sort of penalty for them falsely doing it as well, which is fucking disgusting. But DMCA, those that don't know, DMCA is even worse. See, DMCA takes the video down. There's of course, you know, it's held up for a review time. So basically you can dispute it, obviously, and the person did dispute it. DMCA essentially is when somebody is claiming that the copyrighted work is belonging to them. Essentially, that's sort of a thing. And in order to, you know, prevent, or you can read up on the whole law of Digital Millennia Copyright Act, if you want to, or watch the videos that explain what essentially it is in depth. But essentially it's just the company sees, or somebody sees that, oh, this video is basically just copy-pasting my video, right? It's, you know, claiming that video to be basically theirs, even though I made it, or something within it is mine, and claims that, you know, they're essentially just doing that. So, Escape from Tarkov, the Battle State Games, developers, Battle State Games, decided, oh, we're gonna DMCA this video to take it down. Now, was that legit? Was that correct? The answer is no. See, many companies in the past have done the DMC claims, so yeah, essentially DMCAing channels either to nuke them or something like that, which there are preventative measures from YouTube at least, thank gods at least, but yeah, the company decided, we know this is false DMCA, we're gonna still do it, essentially breaking the motherfucking law. And as a content creator myself, seeing a company that whose game I really like, and yes, I still do like Escape from Tarkov, but developers abused the system and basically broke the fucking law. And really, did they get punished? No, not really. Aside from the scandal and, you know, people raising a stink about it, that was all. That was all they got. Just a little bit of, you know, patting, or not patting, but just a few smacks on the button, that's about it. Really. So, yeah, and basically a company that is willing to do something like this to a creator that makes a video, even if it is false, there are different ways, and there are definitely different and definitely legal ways you can, you know, sort these things out when somebody is claiming false information about your product or, well, facts. Not abusing Digital Millennium Copyright Act or whatever it was called. So, no. If you ever think of doing, well, going and pledging to Escape from Tarkov, just remember that. Just remember that they did basically just break that law and falsely DMCA the content creator. They were willing to do that, and as a matter of fact, they were not sorry when they first got caught. which was even more disgusting. See, Wargaming DMCA'd Sirfosh, another Latvian content creator, this time for World of Tanks. And at least they said, okay, we are sorry, you know, the typical PR response. But Wargaming, oh no, they doubled down on the fucking thing. At first they were like, no, we don't like whatever this person is saying, we're standing by our false DMCA. And only after that, only after they were shown proper fucking evidence that this is against the fucking law. Okay, sorry, then they were sorry. So, Battle State... I was so fucking disappointed, so I would never play Escape from Tarkov again, because it just... it makes me sad. It literally makes me sad, because I fucking love the game. I saw a lot of potential in it, and it was one of the games that I definitely liked. Even if it was in early access and all that stuff. It's just developers that were cunts. Massive fucking cunts. And yeah, they basically broke one of the cardinal sins for me. Of the games that I, you know, would never play. Just DMCAing someone. If it was correctly done, yeah, okay, fine. You're doing your job, so good on you. But false DMCA, fuck that. And after Escape from Tarkov, well, I went back to playing Elite Dangerous. So there you go. It wasn't really that, yeah. It was Elite Dangerous, a little bit of Counter-Strike and so on and so forth. So I've never really returned to playing PUBG or, you know, Fortnite or anything like that. I played them for a while, but and I don't know. I didn't particularly care to return. I played enough of them, and the gameplay style, there is something good about it. There is definitely something interesting about it. The game thing, what else, but I don't know. I chose to go for a bit more different games and just overall expand my sort of view on things. Right, let's see about the chat. Sorry if I... Again, this is another rant for yours truly. This is a lot what I do. I haven't ranted properly on anything for, oh god, a little while at least. So those that enjoy just TheYamiks frothing at the mouth and just ranting about something, here you go, and enjoy. I used to do that a lot more, so I guess, I'm back in the dead horse, or up the dead horse, or whatever. At this point, I'm implying all sorts of sexual things. Or none. Well, depends on your perception or how fucked up in the head you are. I'm a lot, so that's the first thing that just comes to my mind. Fuck yeah! Oh great, it's been half an hour and I'm already talking about necrophilia with a dead horse. Great! Quality streaming, ladies and gentlemen. Quality streaming. Right, let's see what we got in the chat. Sorry if I missed questions. Really, ask them again and I'll try and get them. So yeah. Right. Right. What do we all else got? Can we petition player-created missions? Right, so yes, you indeed can actually suggest Frontier Developments, the developers of Elite Dangerous, for custom, or at least, you know, sort of relatively custom, community goals. I think there was a forum post somewhere. I recommend just going on forums or Reddits and asking about that specific thing, because it's kind of, you know, buried inside the fucking forums quite deep, and it's kind of hard to find. But regardless, there you go. Right, look, right, so I want to hear TheYamiks sing. I've had the time of my life, dirty dancing in full Latvian accent. I'm horrible with... Oh, and math, dude, thank you. Love the rants. Well, thank you. I appreciate it indeed. Thank you very much. Right, how hold on, what was the song? First things first, without a good reason, without good incentive, TheYamiks ain't gonna be singing. I mean, the last time I was offered, well, let's see, no, I wasn't offered, I was challenged, there we go. I was challenged by a random viewer, you know, to sing on the stream, and I was like, alright, fine, I can do it. I did the same song I did for the first April video. If you haven't seen the first April video, go back and look at it. It was titled Space Legs and Atmospheric Space Legs and Atmospheric Landings. That's the first April video. You can feel free to go and listen to that. It's a better version of what I managed to do at the stream at that time. So yeah, I'm not sorry. I'm without good incentive. I'm gonna attempt to sing because I'm horrible at singing when it comes down to it. Let's see. Oh god. Let me see the lyrics of that. Okay, I don't particularly remember the song. Probably I need to listen to it, but in order not to get content ID'd, I probably shouldn't play it in streams and whatnot. So yeah, hate that. Regardless, let's see what we got. Right, so can I, Alec? Right, so can I point out that Mostly Harmless is a form of from Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy, the well-known series of comedy books. Okay, right, Alec. And everyone who else who thinks that Elite Dangerous has, you know, comedy in it. Details or references, more so. Do you really think they count? Do you? Because for me, it sure doesn't. I mean, yes, it can be fun, you know, seeing, that's a reference from that place. It's fucking cool. But no, I'm sorry, no, it just doesn't count. Just like referential humor, it's good in, you know, smaller portions, but just purely having it, basing your whole, you know, comedy routine out of it. Family, never mind me. It gets really old, really fast, and it's not great. Just simple as that. It's just, no. It's lazy. It's like, see this reference? Laugh at it, you sheep. That's how I tend to see the referential humor. No, of course, it can be fun. It can be funny. But it shouldn't be the main substance, main portion of, you know, whatever comedic thing you have. Besides, reference is a detail rather than whole full thing. Regardless. Right. At least that's my take on comedy when it comes down to it. So, yeah. Right. Let's see. Right, so... right, I'm also in open, so... Yeah, I'm playing in open, so... I don't know, I just simply seem to like to die. Anyways, Bongo Bangers, right, so hey, and... what else we got? Well, Vulture, yes, greetings as well. Right, so, Yamis, what do you think of Latvia's new president? Nothing. See, okay, so to get a little bit political factoid on you, in Latvia, see, the president is a glorified ambassador. Yes, this ambassador sure has a little bit more sort of control on some things. Well, in Latvia, see, president is the person that will basically approve or deny, you know, basically certain legislations and so on and so forth. So that's basically what, you know, the president does in Latvia. You know, the certain bills are being presented and he just writes off, or she just writes off, or denies them, which rarely happens, to be honest. Regardless, see, yeah, the main sort of bulk of things that the president in Latvia does is just being an ambassador, you know, being the official representative, the big representative of the country or its interests. Unfortunately, some of our presidents in the past have been, or at least, you know, certain specific ones haven't been particularly intelligent in some fields. The fields that would, you know, kind of be important for an ambassador type of person. Like, oh, I don't know, knowing English, knowing languages properly, being able to express yourself, you know, and also being respectful and all that. It's a lesser sort of a thing, but regardless, you get the point. At least those Latvians in the chance that are there, right? You probably know what I'm talking about if you actually follow the stuff. The thing is, TheYamiks doesn't even particularly follow Latvia's political state anyway, so I'm just whatever. It's just kind of embarrassing sometimes to see some of our politicians just make an asshole of themselves. But anyways, Richards, greetings. Martis, greetings. Who else we got? Joseph, why do some people attack you for no reason? I wasn't carrying... Right, so those people are called gankers, and if you need an explanation for ganking, then I'm sorry, you kind of failed the... this is the human state realization test, if you will. Because it's in a human nature to essentially be dicks. So, or players at least, so... that... I guess there's your explanation. Anyway, moving on then. Hey Marts, thanks for your kind words and all that. It's nice, yes. Right, actually, this is the first stream I've done since I returned to Latvia, right? So for the last, or this weekend, or no, the last weekend, that is. I was visiting UK for the London MCM, a sort of a Comic-Con, if you will, as they call it, the London Comic-Con or whatnot else. So essentially I was visiting that. And one thing I can tell you right now about fucking UK, it's fucking filthy. Or at least London, right? Yeah. Did I? Oh, anyways. So basically what we do is just get off the plane, walk outside, walk to the bus and get to the whatever London place we needed to go, right? We get off, it's give or take it was the Liverpool Street station for the metro. Around there, just get outside of the street and you look at the buildings and it's all, well, it's... Well, definitely prettier than Riga in many places, so it's like, well, okay, fine. But then when you look at the ground, when you look at the people doing things and acting, it's just, can't you pick up your fucking litter and put it in the fucking bin that is literally not even a meter away from you? That's how fucking bad the London is. And even when we got outside of the center, right? When we got more or less to the outskirts of it, right? For the MCM, where we basically were staying, right? It's fucking trash. Everywhere is trash. It's just, what is wrong with UK, or at least London? The first two times that the first two times, yeah, that I visited London, for some reason, I just didn't see that much trash, but god fucking damn it, this time I saw. It was such a disappointment. Literally, when I came back to Latvia, it was like, holy fuck, the streets are so goddamn clean. Even, you know, outside of the center or in the center, everyone just knows where to put the trash. Even Urlas knows where to put the fucking trash. Those that don't know what Urla is, essentially it's just a, well, hooligan, if you will. Even those fucking cunts know where to put the fucking trash. So shame on you, Brits. Shame on you. Other than that, everything was pretty nice. Yeah, there you go. That's the summary of the whole trip, basically. Anyways, right, let's see what we got. So, The thing is, Chris. No, Chris. Here's the thing. I was in I was in U.S. I was in New York, right? In the New York, inside the fucking Manhattan. I did visit the whole square there as well, right? The Times Square. Let's see. I was staying actually outside of the Manhattan and all that stuff. So I didn't see that much fucking trash as London had. Just fuck. So yeah, UK fucking sucks. I've said this before, but now it's just more and more apparent. Jesus, not the prices alone. Fucking hell. But anyways, whatever. That's just UK. So there's my trip basically. I actually met Obsidian Ant there, so it was actually pretty fun. So yeah. Anyways, we actually kind of, well, semi-planned that whole trip together. Not really. I was saying I was going. He said he was, or he decided at the end that he was going as well. So we met up at one point. So yeah. Anyways, hey no Fox, greetings or ciao, and all that stuff. And yeah. Too many people in London, TheYamiks. It doesn't fucking matter. You would think that the more people there are, well, the more shame it would bring for you to just drop your shit on the floor. In a way, yeah, sure, it makes it easier to be unnoticed in some ways, but still, it would also mean that, you know, people like, I don't know, trash collectors, you know, and people that are hired to do that stuff, you know, to make sure the streets are clean and all that stuff would be, you know, more common to see. Not much. So, the fuck? London, really, what the fuck? So yeah, Latvia in general, way better. That much I can tell you. It's way better. Did you ever get the mug? The mug. You mean the Hutton mug? You mean? Sorry for missing you there, but you can always not spam things. Just saying, spamming is the easiest way to just quickly get banned. Just saying. Anyways, right, the Hutton mug. Let's see. I've traveled to Hutton Orbital. If you mean by the actual prop, the actual printed real life mug, then no, I do not have it. But I've traveled to Hutton Orbital many times. Yeah, as has my video about free Anaconda indicated. So if you want to get free Anaconda in Elite Dangerous, the biggest, well, one of the big 3 ships in the game, for free, you just need to travel to Hutton Orbital. For more information, I recommend you take a look at the video that I made about it. It is amazing. Xeon Hunter, right? So how do you find? How do we find you in Hypertown, right? So quite simple. Just as you usually do in any other con. You just look for my symbol. Now, I mean, it's not alright. So it's not really much of a sort of a secret that the T-shirt will hold the symbol. So just look for something like that. Also, it's kind of hard to miss me in general, so yeah, you'll probably hear some, well, actually plenty of obscenities being shouted in front of small children, small impressionable children, as I tell them about how fucking awesome it is to, I don't know, beat a dead fucking horse or something. So yay, educating the newborns even. TheYamiks are the best. Fuck yeah. And I shit you not, I probably do that. Because see, TheYamiks believes in freedom of speech and taboos for certain words being completely stupid. There you go. Like, you know, the word cunt, or penis, or dick, or tits, or was faggot even still being used as something bad? I don't know. Well, there you go. Fuck it. Wait, no, that's after can't. Let's see, can't. Right, so can't bitch, ass, tits, dick. Oh, fucking hell, like, fucking shit. There we go. Those are the 7 dirty words by George Carlin, right? Fucking hell, I've forgotten the proper, whatever. There you go, you got the point. With these words and many others, of course, you can basically either gain attention, or make a point, or emphasize something. It depends on how you use it, of course. I've said this time and time again. You know, when you use language, you have to decide how you use it, rather than judge someone by the language he uses or she uses, right? Sure, there perhaps are not that many literate or educated folks, or just people that don't particularly choose to use that much, that many words in their day-to-day lives. It's rather the actions and the meaning behind those words that we must look at. That's sort of my own, I don't know, I'd say that'd be the little bit of TheYamiks wisdom I would share with you. So basically, I fucking love you guys. See, that's a positive one, isn't it? Anyways, where are you off to, TheYamiks? Well, at this point, since the thingamajig ended, well, I'm off to basically pick up the weapons. Hopefully the weapons are unlocked. If not, then, well, regardless, I'm just gonna go and, I don't know, fly in open probably and see what's what. Anyways, Chris Wolf, right, so, TheYamiks, how you would feel for those cheaters, hackers, and the exploit players? How would you feel for those, for them? How would I feel for them? That's a weird question to ask, or just a weird way to structure that sentence. For them, I feel nothing. Literally, I feel nothing for them. If you mean, what do I think of cheaters, hackers, and exploiters? I assume that's the question you wanted to ask. In that case, well, inherently dangerous, right? So let's take the obvious sort of thing that you probably wanted me to answer, right? Is how do I feel about cheating, hacking, and exploiting in Elite Dangerous? Realistically speaking, it's inevitable part of any sort of a game. As long as there is, you know, a way to interact with the game, there will always be a way to, you know, either gain an upper hand in a perhaps not intended way, or just explicitly crafted way, that is cheating, and, well, that is hacking, and exploits are the unintended way, which are still available in the game and all that stuff. Right, so Elite Dangerous, right? It's an inevitable thing, right? Simple as that. Is that a bad thing? Well, it will always be there. The issue is with how much of it will be there, right? Right now, Elite Dangerous, developers are developers are not particularly doing anything to prevent cheating, hacking, and exploiting. As a matter of fact, they can't even uphold their own exploit terms and, you know, terms. Developers have said that, you know, doing this particular way, in this case that would be combat logging, for example, in Elite Dangerous, may be bannable offense. But the thing is, developers haven't even issued warnings for this exploit. Do you think developers are doing anything to prevent anyone from hacking? Probably not. My expectation really is that no. A while back I did saw some sort of a Reddit post about somebody being banned, even though they didn't cheat or hack or whatnot else. They were just banned for some reason, or something like that. But yeah, in Elite Dangerous, it's more to do with developers and their unwillingness, and I shit you not, developer unwillingness to change the game or implement some sort of ways to prevent cheating and hacking. So basically, I really don't want to say this, but you can already see where I'm going. If you want to cheat, I highly doubt there will be anyone to stop you. And that's the saddest thing I can say about Elite Dangerous. Just let that sink in. How bad the game has to be. That you can just hacksaw all you want and you won't even eventually be fucking banned. Shadow bans, right. Right, shadow bans, no, I'm sorry, but if you're fucking hacking, that's a perma fucking ban. Exploits, well, when it comes down to it, see, as I've said in the past, I'm sort of or at least I used to be a wannabe game developer, right? So, in my opinion, right, so since you are the game maker, banning someone for essentially using the game's tools in order to, you know, gain some sort of upper advantage and so on and so forth that you as a developer didn't intend them to get, yeah, they still use the in-game tools. They're not using any sort of hacksaws and whatnot else, but they're still sort of, you know, playing the game in a way that is not intended, or, you know, yeah, basically is not intended. Some developers in the past have actually used this, you know, sort of unintended features of the game. Tribes Ascend would be a good example, like the sliding and so on and so forth, to turn it into actual part of the gameplay. With Elite Dangerous is a bit different, though. There are obviously ways to, you know, just negatively impact the game and all that stuff. So technically, yeah, you should definitely warn people before, you know, or rather, you discover that somebody is exploiting and you know the way they are exploiting the game. Send warnings to them to stop doing that. Of course, issue an official statement, a big statement, and let every fucking one know. And warn them, right? For repeated offenses of this particular thing, you know, you may get suspended until the fix is implemented. That's how I would do it, right? I wouldn't ban anyone for exploiting the game. Or, well, actually, now that I think of that, it's kind of hard to do, because again, it's the game you made, and you made the mistake, or rather, you didn't sort of see the way that it would be used. So technically, it is your creation and your fault. So rather than punishing the player that just simply decides to, you know, use the tool that you unintentionally but still implemented, suspend the player until the issue is fixed. Right? I don't know, that seems a bit more fair to me, because let's be honest, there are plenty of casuals that would just simply use it and not listen to whatever developers are saying, or not even, or maybe miss it somehow. I don't know, that it's kind of a hard topic really to say about exploits, because I usually see it as the game maker's fault, or rather I don't know. It depends. It really depends. It's a case by case. It's really a case by case thing. So, in this case, combat logging in Elite Dangerous, shadow banning someone to solo, sure, go for it. But honestly, I would just simply suspend the account until the issue is resolved. And with Elite Dangerous, unfortunately, that fucking issue probably won't ever be resolved or something like that. But I don't know, there are different ways to deal with it, but there you go. That's the information I can give you, at least how I would initially think about doing this thing, because let's be honest, I've never released a game like Elite Dangerous, so I don't really know properly how to deal with these things, since I lack the experience on essentially just dealing with something like that. Anyways, let's get down to the business, right? Somebody wanted me to say something in Latvian. I don't know why people want me to say something in Latvian. Yes, but here you go. What should I say even? I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna think of something. Nē, nopietni, es pat nezinu, ko varu pateikt. Nē. Vienkārši pasaka kaut ko. Nu, lūdzu, es pateicu kaut ko. Whatever. Fine, there you go. Right. Zordatian, right, sorry. Greetings to you as well, and Myark, greetings. Who else did I miss? Linoin, right, greetings. Manslayer, hey, hey, hey. And, well, everyone who is joining in this Wednesday for a little bit of a stream and nonsense and what else I'll be up to. Right, so... Let's see, experimentals, AX, remotes, nope, okay. Maybe then in multi-cannons? Nope. Am I missing something, or did they not implement these weapons in the game yet? Sorry guys, I've been out the loop, I've been out the country for, well, the last weekend, and I really haven't checked up on Elite Dangerous news. What a surprise to me, but are the advanced multi-cannons not in the game yet? Or not given to us, or what's the deal? Ah, damn it, I probably should have read the Twitter that they put out. Fucking hell. Anyways, Manslayer, right, so Yamiks, I think combat logging has issues of place, like in places, I assume. Like Shinrart, though with Griefer, just ganking traders and explorers one interact with the community. Okay, that was a sentence, I guess. Dietrich, hey, what's up? Haven't seen you in my chats, like, forever. Anyways, greetings, what's up? CG is still in progress. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Okay, never mind then, in that case. Fuck that noise. Right, I might as well go and, I don't know. What do? I could go and kill something, which I usually like to do. Yeah, you know what, fuck it. Let's just go on a kill spree today and just relax by destroying some ships. Because why the fuck not, right? So, Fong Wang, here I come. Fong Wang. Because we all love some Wang. Yes. And there we go. Right, so by the way, the new Targoid picture leak design is good, but I wish they put bigger boobs on it. Okay, you know what? I think, let's see, where is that picture? Right. Dig, you there? Hello. Okay, never mind. I'm just seeing who's and what not's happening in the discords. Right. Well, anyways, I'll carry on. Probably at one point you'll hear a better voice than mine. At one point, I think. Anyways, in the meantime, let me just pull up the Targoid leaks. So those that haven't followed the news of Elite Dangerous, where was that fucking picture now? Oh god, so I need to go through different discords just take a fucking look at where. Crap. Give me a second. Give me a second. There we go. That's the picture. Jokes. So spoilers if you I don't know. You can just it doesn't matter particularly anyways. Right, so yes, there we go. And the new Targoid designs, quote unquote, being leaked. Of course, this is not confirmed since, well, yeah, developers haven't said anything, and there aren't particularly any proper way to confirm these things until they come out. But regardless, this is the new Targoid, right? So this will be the. Oh god damn it! Give me a second. Can I invert it? Let the Screw it. So yeah, essentially that's the new Targoid, or at least what it will look like. According to the leaking source on the 4chan at the time. So yeah, if you want to know a little bit more about the leaks that happened and all that stuff, feel free to check the video that yours truly made and all that stuff. But let me just pull up a video, I think, or at least an image of the old, not the old, but oh yeah, basically old Targoid. Where are you? The old Targoids. Where did I put the footage of it? Fucking hell. Right, the old Targoids, the old Targoids. God damn it. Okay, here we go. Books, Targoid models, yes. Which would be the better angle? I think this one. Oh, give me a second. Come on. There we go. It's probably not going to be easy to sort of see, but chocks. Right, that's the old one. Let me now pull up the new one. Where can I fucking find? Give me a second. Put musics. There we go. We got musics and a picture. And chocks. And this is how the, well, old Targoid looked, sort of. So yeah, this is the defunct Targoid type that was actually leaked a while back. It was actually confirmed that that was supposed to be a Targoid. Or at least back in 2014, I think, was the model that was created as a sort of a, I don't know, concept model or something like that. But these models are actually 3D models that are available. And if you want to just download and play with them, there's a video about that as well, that yours truly did make. So there you go, you can always check those out. So anyways, I did like the old versions way better than the new ones. That's just me, but well, everyone has their own preferences. No one else. And that's that. Regardless. Yes, right. Moving on then. Okay. Rajin, hey, greetings. Greetings to you as well. Let's see what else. Eric, right, so those poor OP gankers having problem combo there. Where's the gankers fine, something must be done. The thing is, let's be honest, the game is designed in a way that it would allow ganking if developers didn't want people to, you know, go around ganking people or being able to just kill them. You know, they probably would have or just put in place some sort of mechanism, what else, to prevent all that stuff. So yeah, developers intend it to be a thing, and ganking is what they want, or rather, what they see as the gameplay, or well, necessary for the gameplay. So there you go. That's a design feature that I personally don't agree with. I personally don't find the safe zones, if you will, you know, places where you can't be killed, to be way too lackluster. The thing is, in my opinion, you know, there should be the zones where your ship can't be killed to be way wider, way, you know, more common and all that stuff, to protect people from just basically getting fucked so much. That's the thing. That's what I see wrong with Elite Dangerous in general. The fact that it's so easy to just, well, kill someone anywhere. The only place where you are literally invincible, or, you know, place where you are safe, is when you dock. That's the only place in the game where you can't interact with the player, at least in a combat-ish way, right? And I don't think that that's a proper way. Also, the super crews. Right, Super Cruise is also another thing that kind of creates this chance for anyone to just interdict and kill someone, you know, or destroy a ship. That's the thing that I don't also like. The Super Cruise I really, really, really hate, as a matter of fact. You can't prevent anyone from, you know, interdicting or chain interdicting. In my opinion, chain interdiction is just the most broken fucking thing in this game. Literally. So yeah, a lot of problems do stem from Supercruise, which is unfortunate in my opinion. But then again, you know, who the fuck am I? Am I a game designer? No, of course not. You're just a random wanker making some stupid wanking videos, man. The old Targoids look cheap and unfinished. Right, so the old Targoids, remember, are, well, older designs. And most likely just a mock-up designs. Obviously, for a full, proper 3D model and all that stuff, you wouldn't really put that in the game. I mean, they don't even have, well, the models that I was given, you know, those Targoid models, they don't even have the UV mapping, right? They don't even have that. So those that don't know, UV mapping is essentially the coordinates and specific, you know, details on where each texture portion should go. Essentially, you know, it dictates as to where textures go. So they're literally just some, I don't know, altered or changed versions or something like that. It's again, it's not a final, obviously, so, but the general shape, you get the point there. As for the new Targoids, I don't know, they look like the aliens, yeah, they look like the aliens from the War of the Worlds, I think it was. Yeah, it was War of the Worlds. If you haven't seen the movie, go on Google, take a look at the alien look there. The thing is, the current Targoids, or the current Targoid leak, it looks like basically that, but with one extra leg and one less finger on each leg. It's just fuck, man. It's just bad. Alright, let's kill the sheep. Okay. Come on, let me target you and hit you, nutcracker. I'll crack ye nuts, dick. And other things. There we go. Almost dead. Ish. Elite Dangerous isn't unique. Eve was doing it way before the Unbong. Ah, grab it. Okay, I need to focus on shooting, not reading chats, TheYamiks. Okay, just do that, okay? There we go. Okay, here we go. Come on. And of course I missed. Well, didn't quite completely miss, but still. Here we go. And just, well, that's one way of just killing someone. Boop him to death. And now what we got? We got Federal Assault Ship, huh? Okay. Oh boy. But yeah, the leak was rather interesting. I mean, it mostly was about Planet Coaster, Planet Zoo, full Jurassic World and Planet Zoo stuff. But still, hey, at least something, right? Surprisingly, those leaks are more interesting than what Elite Dangerous and Frontier Developments is telling their fans, their audience. So that's kind of sad. That's kind of really sad. So yeah. Oh well. This is what it is. This is what it is. Come on. And there we go. That's a kill by boops. Yes. Because killing by boops the best, right? Come on. You booping What the hell is up with these fucking NPCs? Seriously. I mean, yeah, they're damaging my hull too, but yeah, well, fuck it. I can still kill them easily. I do prefer not to get my shields down, but oh well. Oh, you... Screw it, I'll take that kill too. Why not? Doggoys is supposed to have 8 legs, not 8 feet. I don't know. I really don't know. So, we'll see. The dude chip, right? Boop meta. Yeah, you're right. Pretty much. Booping meta. That's the best way to kill something, right? Right? Yeah. Now I need to go back and fix my fucking ship. Actually, no. Jux. Okay. Might as well fix it in the system. Okay. Anyways, let's see what we got in the chats. Alec, right. So, Yamiks, given that the leak is gaining credibility, you want to speculate on the base building. Okay, so let's just say the base building is a thing in Elite Dangerous that will happen in, you know, that big update in 2020, right? Let's say that's a thing. We got something?
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah, there we go. We got dig that. Finally.
Been trying for a minute. Shout out to your mod Owen the boss. Shout out to you, homie.
So yeah, those that don't know the voice, it's a fellow content creator that goes by the name of Dig That.
Yes, sir.
Somebody that has way better voice than me, basically.
I just get a little sexy with it. That's all. Ain't nothing too much different, man. Accent and sexiness. That's
sure.
It. That's all that is.
Just a little bit different. Oh yeah, totally. Just a little bit different. It's like the twins. It's just intonation, right?
So tell me about the convo, big TheYamiks Esquire.
Oh God, now I'm Esquire. Combo? I'm confused.
No, what are you talking about, man? What's the topic, man? I'm sorry, man. I'm just kind of budging in here.
Yeah, I was kind of right. Actually, right. No momento. Right. The 2020 update and base building. Right. Actually, that would be an interesting sort of a topic to ask you as well. So, according to the first leak that we had a little while back on, you know, Elite Dangerous, Planet Zoo, Planet Coaster, Jurassic World, and whatnot else that somebody put on 4chan and then later on the Reddits. Now, the person mentioned that Elite Dangerous for 2020 update will be bringing space legs, you know, the FPS side of the game. Basically, just, you know, being able to get off the chair and, you know, walk aboard your ship, because you can't do it right now.
Absolutely.
And the other feature that the person mentioned was base building on planets. So yeah, that's well.
Okay, that's the subject.
Yeah, that's basically the subject. Now, if we, or rather, my take on the whole base building aspect is, well, pretty similar to what No Man's Sky has, right? There are people, there will always be people that enjoy base building and aspects of it. It's fine and dandy to me, really, but when it comes down to it, really not that many people use base building in No Man's Sky. Depends on what type of player you are, but realistically speaking, most people...
What are you basing those numbers on, though, TheYamiks?
On my personal experience. There you go. Personal, anecdotal experience. I'll be like DJ and just use my personal, anecdotal, you know, opinion to state facts, apparently.
Now, you know the plural of anecdote does not equal data.
Oh, God. I English can good very bad, and judge me not for my sins against language. Yes.
No, that's not a language barrier thing. That's a thing that scientists like to use to make themselves sound a little smarter. But it's true though. The plural of anecdote doesn't equal data, meaning that your personal experience and my personal experience can be vastly different. But those personal stories that we hear and things that we've saw does not equal data. So the numbers could be wildly different from the things that we've actually experienced.
Of course. So, all right, fine. Let me rephrase my opinion thingamajig that I said. Right. According to my own... Oh, God damn it. I'm gonna get fucking... Oh, Chris will fuck you. God damn it. Okay. I'm gonna try and give that opinion while I'm basically gonna get ass fucked, literally. Right. So, base building. Personally, I don't find it any... well, actually interesting in general. There are aspects that are useful of it and all that stuff, but realistically I just don't enjoy that sort of a gameplay, or just I see that as a time sink. Usually it takes a lot of time to build anything, it takes a lot of effort to build anything, and the resources nonetheless as well. So let's be honest, in Elite Dangerous everything is collected in small portions, and well, it's just lots of grind. So building something will take a lot of grinding. Oh no, you...
Speaking of grinding, you and me had a collaboration about that.
Ah, yes,
grinding, yeah, man. Grinding is a, that's a hot button issue. Some people enjoy it, or maybe they make excuses to enjoy it. I don't know if I would say I made excuses to enjoy it, but before I was a creator, I didn't have a problem with it because I didn't have 10 ships to build before next Tuesday to make a video.
Are you enjoying it now?
You know what? I got the Michael Jordan crying eyes right now, man.
Oh my.
It's killing me, man.
It's that bad. Oh
yeah,
boy.
man. It's slow rough. It's slow for, and not just for creators, man. You know, like in the video that we did, I mentioned that one of the most famous grinds is the prismatic shields, which at minimum is a month-long grind, and that's if you do everything exactly right from jump. I mean, average person, we're looking at probably a few months grind.
Right, so the prismatic and any other, well, prismatic shields, basically, essentially buffed shields, but slower regeneration and so on and so forth, that balance-wise, but that sort of a shield is a power play item. There are overall 11 power play items, and for each one of them you literally have to wait. It's not a grind, it's really not a grind, it's a time sink.
It's a time sink, but don't you also have to stay on top of getting your, what is it called, merits?
Well, merits, you get the merits in the last day, and well, realistically, if you just kill ships, you can quickly get those merits. Or better yet, if you want to really quickly do it, then you can buy the commodities and just deliver it in a couple of minutes. But that'll take
so you don't
a
have
little
to
bit of
you
money.
don't have to put as much time as you don't have to put a lot of time into it. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's literally just you are supposed to wait 4 weeks until that module becomes available to you. You can have the rank, but it won't give you the module because guess what? You need to be pledged for 4 weeks. So get fucked.
What's it say to get the rank?
For the rank,
You got to be top 3, right?
It's 350 merits, considering that each ship that you kill is 30 merits, or 1 cargo piece is a 1 merit. Then that basically just means, yeah, you don't need to particularly grind that much. You just
okay, so that's not
get
as big as I thought. And so I might have misinformed my viewers.
It's a pure time sink. It's a pure time sink. Nothing else.
Okay. I could dig that. That. So it's not as bad as inform my viewers a little bit.
It's worse than that. It actually is worse than.
I mean, the time itself is, time is money.
Well, you can
That's void open money.
Pledge to something and go play something else for the next weeks. So it's, I suppose, not that horribly, but well, then again, you literally are not playing the game to play the game. How fucking
that's
absurd is that?
Yeah, that's the rub right there, man. If you're not playing the game how you want to, which is where the creator thing comes in, and not to, because not everybody can relate to that, but when you're not playing the game to have fun and enjoy the things you do, then that's kind of a grind in itself. When you're doing other things than enjoying the aspects of Elite Dangerous that you like, then it's taking you out of it, and it's a grind. It's a job. It's something that makes you do the things that you not enjoy doing. I guess that's my point on that.
Yeah,
agree
it
or
certainly
disagree?
is. Certainly is. And oh boy, the fun we are having with all that grinding. Oh boy, it's just like the best thing ever. Enjoy power play. Oh boy, so much. Power play is like the best fucking thing in the game.
That and
Crap.
BGS, baby.
And there we go. Chris Wu, congratulations on ramming your truly to death. So indeed, he's proving that PvP, even in PvP, the booping is meta now. Yay! No, but I'm being sarcastic. Booping is usually not the best way to kill someone. It's just that I'm pretty shit. That's the result there.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can see you being a booper. I could definitely see that.
So that's fun.
And part of me for my using my USB mic, so everybody out there, you can't hear the various tones of my melodious voice. Part of me.
Nah. Still better than what I got, and I got XLR setup and what it else, and you can hear all the squeaky, shitty noises that my voice makes, and here we are today. Yeah. So, I don't know.
Yamiks, you're a very great commentator, man. Did you is it just from doing videos, or were you always like this?
Well, the ability to constantly talk, or at least keep up the conversation in some ways, sometimes even losing your train of thought and whatnot else, regardless. It's an acquired skill. It really is. I mean, if you had, plopped me down, let's say, 3 years at least back, for a stream and whatnot else, yeah, you'd probably hear not much intelligent stuff and very repetitive wording and whatnot else. So yeah,
I bet still very entertaining though.
Yeah, I suppose
you're a very entertaining guy.
Yeah, that's also what the kids say about exhibits in the zoo. Or circus. There we go. Not zoo, but circus. Damn it. That joke failed. See, this is what happens when Yamiks tries to make jokes on live. He needs to sit down and write them rather than try and think of them. I'm just horrible at that.
Hey, at least you got me. I'm a pretty easy audience, man. I laugh at everything, man. I'm like that chick on Rob Dyrdek's show. I don't know if you ever seen that. I don't know if they air that out there, but somebody help me in the comments. This is a show with this skateboarder. He's got this chick on there. She laughs at everything. This really obnoxious laugh. Anyway, you got me to laugh at all your jokes, man.
Well, at least I got one. So that's success. Yay. Yeah, well, this is what it is. This is what it is. I don't know. Right.
So anyway, man, leaks. I wanted to get a little bit, well, not too much, because I got a video coming out via somebody in my comments kind of pulled that. I wasn't gonna say anything about it, but somebody prompted me. But I would like to talk a little bit about it. If you got something to say, man.
Right. So, well, let's just say it's a theoretical potential feature in the game, right? So let's say the building bases on planets is a theoretical thing. A thought that it may be there, it may not be, your thoughts on what should be as a, part in the building, how it should work, or maybe just in general. Would you be interested in such a thing?
Absolutely. And I think the bulk of the community would be interested in that. I mean, there's always going to be the holdovers, the ones that resist change, but I think the bulk of the community is willing to take any new content that they can get. And if it's base building, I think if they don't change the engine, that it's going to be very basic. But they've had like, by the time 2020 rolls around, that'll be 2 years into developing this new piece that they got. So they have the opportunity to bring some real change to the game, which I think can go beyond what we're even thinking about. But as it is, if we're talking about if it's based off the engine they got now, I think it's gonna be very basic. I think we'll see a lot of the same assets reused. I think we'll see, how they got the asteroid bases. I think we'll see just that rehashed, maybe a little bit smaller, shrunk down a little bit. And that'll be the end of it. Maybe walking around the bridge a bit. And not too much beyond that, man, to be honest.
You know, you may be even closer to the truth than you think. Let's be honest, most, if not all, game developers are quite lazy. So reusing assets is a massive thing.
Now that's kind of unfair, man.
That's not unfair.
They
It's
call
just
them
a
lazy,
fact.
man.
It's a fact. Every
Like they
game
just be
developer
like,
is lazy.
you know, I would like to build this thing, but I'm gonna sit back eating some tater chips, man.
No, it's
Them
basically
Pringles
like
with the
saying
cheese on them is fire, cuz.
it's more to do with the pencil monkeys or the art what I don't even know what they are called these days, but basically just art departments. You know, they cost a lot of monies to, you know, design even a single model, or rather.
Well, absolutely. So would you say
So,
more
yeah.
lazy or less ambitious or less willing to spend the money?
Actually, Alec in the chat is quite right. Yamiks says lazy. I think developers should say efficient. Well, in a way, it is both, right? So some developers tend to just go with complete out the balls, one sort of a texture on everything or similar things, and that is lazy. But on the other hand, you know, building something as grand as Elite Dangerous, right? You're not gonna have one ring populated by bazillions of different models, right? So you kind of need to, you know, decide where you're gonna cut certain corners or where you're gonna reuse certain things, and that is a very important portion that of game development, indeed. So
Yeah.
I was being a cheeky fuck, right? So saying that it's lazy, but yeah, it's still, since it's gonna be building, it's really gonna be just, mostly similar assets, nothing too different, if it is gonna be building.
Yeah, I agree with that. And good point, Alec Turner, man. I would say they would call it efficient, and it is efficient.
It is,
but efficient doesn't equal exciting, and we're looking for the new exciting thing. And if they want to stay relevant, then exciting will be the way to go. But it is what it is. They might stay efficient.
The word exciting usually comes up with Elite Dangerous. Everything's exciting. Oh, this little thing is so exciting.
Anything you do is exciting.
Just exciting everywhere. Excitement so much. Oh, you're so excited as if you basically swallowed a gallon of red pills or something. I don't even know what I'm saying. Basically a lot of fucking red pills or blue pills. There we go. Red.
Are those the ones that take you to the Matrix or leave you?
Oh wait, no, it's the blue pills. There we go. Yes, the Viagra. There you go. Not so excited you're gonna be. Fuck me.
See, this is why I invited Yamiks to my channel, man. So him to go crazy saying some wild stuff, man. But he agreed to let me bleep him, so there's a compromise.
The thing is,
we are in harmony right now.
I was a guest on your video, so since you are the creator, you have the creative, the lead there, basically, direction and whatnot else. So I will obey that, since, you know, I'm the guest. On my projects, I always invite people to be as explicit as they want to. Don't limit their thing, because that's basically my thing. Again, everyone has their own sort of sets of rules, so I understand it.
I appreciate that, man. And, you know, like somebody brought it up, how you do your show. And you true to you, like I told them, you very true to yourself. You do your thing. You don't censor yourself. You don't censor other people. And I dig that. And you respect the people that you work with. You asked me before I even thought about it, you know, are there any limitations on this, and this? And I said, no, go ahead, because I invited Yamiks. I want some Yamiks. If you're going to come to my channel, I want some Yamiks. But I said, you know, if it gets to a certain point, I'm going to bleep you. And you was fine with that. So, all is good in the hood, my dude.
Yay! No, when it comes down to just collaborating with, you know, anyone, really, it doesn't matter if it is a video or if it is more of a work thing, and well, what would people consider more of a work thing? I don't know. Let's say building railroad or whatnot else. I don't know. I'm really just tossing out their ideas. It's always sort of important to ask as many questions as you can before you start to work on something, because you may end up with a piece of shit or something that somebody doesn't like, that, you know, or the work, what else. So yeah, it's a thing that I've actually kind of fumbled and stumbled, or just found out by just having it essentially either forced upon me or just happened to me. So yeah.
Let me ask you something, man, and feel free to say next subject when I ask this. It seems like, and you told me this yourself, man, it seems like folks on Reddit are a little bit mad at you for some reason. And I think the people in the comment section might need to talk to these people because there's something going on, man. What do you think, man? Am I tripping? Am I not tripping?
People being angry at me? I don't know, really. I don't know, the usual salt that is being thrown around about yours truly. I don't know. There are people that don't like the way I deliver my content, the way I speak. My voice is an obvious thing. Hey, welcome to the club, by the way. So yeah, the thing is, I make a rather decisive and opinionated work more often, saying that certain things are not just bad, they're horrendously horrific and whatnot else. So
you think that might be too much for these guys? You think they can't step outside of their own opinionated box to accept that, or what?
It's fair game. Ever since and Joseph, thank you, and you enjoy Everspace. I haven't actually
shout out to Joseph.
But Everspace I would definitely take a look at eventually, because I do want to make a video involving it at least. So maybe stay tuned. I can't really say much more than that. I haven't played it yet. So there you go. Anyways,
okay.
But yeah, about the content that I make, ever since the beginnings, in my childhood, as a matter of fact, I think, I've always tried to stride towards a decisive sort of a decisive sort of a decision as well when it comes down to it. Just the easier it is for the other person to pin you down on a specific topic, I don't know, it's always been easier to sort of decide whether or not you're going to be willing to work or talk or just even be friends with a person. It's what do you think of, I don't know, religion, or what do you think of this decision, and what do you think of this particular segment of, I don't know, markets, or condom markets or something. I don't even know anymore.
Condom markets.
That's that's the example, right? I try to make my opinion known as much as possible and as strongly as possible. And hello, yes, but yeah, that's sort of the stride. I don't know, the goal I take when it comes down to expressing an opinion. So yeah, I try to rarely go with sort of fence-sitting opinions and whatnot else. So that's sort of thing I've basically groomed myself into, or try to, put for myself as a feature or not. And well, since I do go for more extreme ends of the opinion spectrum, well, guess what? There will be a lot of pushback eventually as well, and that's what I always expected. That's the thing. I've always enjoyed listening to people that are relatively of the, one or the other end of the, opinion spectrum, whether or not a thing is good or bad and what it else and why. It's, I don't know. It's just a sort of a little thing that I take to heart in a way. I don't know. But yeah.
Okay.
But there are plenty of things that TheYamiks doesn't particularly care about because he is not involved in it, like, I don't know, knitting. I have no opinion on that. So, yeah.
How do we get to knitting?
So, there you go.
No, I could dig that about you. And I think that we probably need more of you, because a lot of the community, at least on YouTube anyway, I don't know about other places, because I don't dive too far outside YouTube. But as far as YouTube, man, we needed a lot more. I don't want to say rebels, but folks that are willing to risk the invites from the developers, and risk the sponsor stuff, and risk whatever to say what they exactly what they mean. And you have filled that niche, man. When everybody goes left, you go right. And not just to go right, just to
out the left
state your
field, out
piece.
the window, and straight down 7 flights of stairs, and sometimes even that far.
7 flights of stairs, not 6, not 5, 7 of them.
Something like that, yeah.
All the way down.
Yeah. Some enjoy it, and again, that's the thing. I understand that a lot of people will not like it, but that's been sort of my thing, and I've always tried to fill it. So yeah, obviously, because I realize what I'm doing, putting out an extreme opinion on one or the other way, there will be pushback way bigger than you would have on just saying, it's not something I like, or it's kind of bad. I'm just gonna say, it's shit. Will you agree or disagree? It will be easier for you to decide. So
it's kind of weird, man. Like I try to stay as neutral as possible on my videos and present things as I see them, not as a fanboy or anybody opinionated based on, hardcore fandom. But anyway, I mean, it's a long ways to say that I'm neutral. So I've been called a what the hell did the dude call me? He called me a paid shill for Star Citizen.
Oh god!
And I've been making Elite Dangerous videos for like most of my YouTube career, which is a short career. I mean, we go back to like August.
For now, just who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be
a
long
long
one.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm stopping now. I'm just saying it hasn't been a long time since I started making these videos, and I love Elite Dangerous. That's my joint. That's where I started from. I always have Elite Dangerous in my heart. And then I make one Star Citizen video, and he called me a paid shill, and it kind of like, at first you kind of want to get mad at that thing for a second. Then you're like, this is just some dude saying stuff out of the blue with no basis to the things he's saying. And I can see you've had 10 times the few things that I've had.
I've been called things, yes.
Yeah,
I've
seen it. I've combed the comments. I've seen the things. I've seen the things, Yamiks. But you maintain your cool and you keep doing what you're doing, man. And
oh come on! Most of the more explicit, the shill comment usually come. I don't know. That sort of a comment usually I take as a complete troll message or a tongue-in-cheek sort of a message that people just put out. I find it funny, and usually when I see somebody call anyone a shill, it's rarely done in honest. Or earnest, if you will. It's rarely done really in
both
that.
of them.
But usually the people that make that comment are just having fun. I recognize that, and I'm like, okay, fine. I'm just gonna write some stupid comment back.
I don't know, man. I seen a really angry guy in my comment section because one dude commented that me, you, and Obsidian Ant are his holy trinity of elite YouTubers, and then some guy he commented on that, and then 7 other comments just I don't be cursing on these things, but he just threw us under the bus. We're all just evil dudes, and I'm like, where's he getting this stuff from? This is not him just joking. He's got pictures of us with red strings attached to each of our pictures with some kind of crazy nonsense conspiracy going on, man.
Yeah, one thing before, right, so, and colorful Martin, sorry. Did I get that right? Thanks for the host or raid. I don't know which one, but in any case, in the Twitch side. So greetings indeed, everyone. So you're gonna basically listen to 2 YouTube people's I don't know, just bitching, moaning, or complaining, or maybe just describing the situation in YouTube's alongside with Elite Dangerous and other things. So enjoy! Regardless.
We are having a civil discourse on the finer points of elitism.
Oh, very, very
elitism,
civil,
like rich people, but elitism on Elite Dangerousism.
But no, the thing is, See, I've been making videos for well, YouTubes and people's in general for a long time, and I've seen basically every sort of a comment that is out there. I've been doing this
Yeah, I believe
for a
that.
long time, so I don't know. I've never really taken comments that seriously. Usually, when somebody goes out and starts, just go on a rampage and calling you names and whatnot else, it's usually just it's like, okay, anything interesting to say? And I read through the comment looking for actual points about the video, and yours truly or whatnot else that the person wants to say that they don't like. I usually look for negative comments, always. Those are the most important things for me when it comes down to videos, but that's a different story, regardless. And usually the comments that just start calling names, they're just boring. No, seriously, it's the thing. I've never found them interesting in any sort of a way. It's usually just the same thing.
I mean, they're definitely interesting. They're definitely interesting, even if it's not in a provocative way, but just in a. It's funny that somebody took the time out of their day to be angry enough to write this crazy stuff.
Fair game, right? If you can make like the saltiest, most explicit, and literally just insane comment and post it, I'd love it. I'll even like it or whatnot else, because actually taking your time and making a whole poem or something like that is just funny.
You might want to get some security if they write a poem, because that's like some serial killer stuff right there.
It's the funniest shit I've ever. Some of the really ragey comments I've gotten on the videos, I haven't really.
Did you get a poem?
Many, which is no poem, probably not. But there have been a couple of ragey comments.
That's when you know you made it, right? You know you made it when you got a poem.
It's fun.
And somebody's in their bedroom naked, whipping themselves with a lash.
Sometimes it's just, for me, I don't know, the rage comments, the way I deal with them is twofold. One, just, see whether or not they have something to say about the video that wasn't proper, or, I didn't implement correctly, or I missed a fact or whatnot else. That's the usual thing that I go for. The other thing that I look for is just fun aspect of it. Did the person actually just go balls deep and insane? Because that's just funny to read. So there you go.
Oh, yeah, absolutely,
I don't know. I often see. Here's the thing. Often I hear a lot of content creators, big ones or even small ones, talk about the whole discouragement about their work and first meeting the first negative comments and all that stuff and taking it to heart and dealing with it. I don't know. For me, at the current state, at least at the current state, I don't know. I don't particularly care. Usually, it's just funny to me. I find them fun. That's the thing.
It is
I find
funny.
them fun, and I
don't
really care. I care if it's funny. If it's not, then it's another comment, right? Let's look through the next one. So it's just business as usual. So if there's any creator out there that I can give advice, I suppose it's just have fun with them. The best way to deal with them is just with fun. I don't know. Never been discouraged, to be honest.
I got a guy who gives that advice. He's a brand new guy. His name is The Pilot. I just want to plug his name real quick. But I think I'm getting you a little bit off topic here.
Nah, I know the guy. He drops in my streams from time to time, and I enjoy his videos indeed. He made a video about Python being shit. And I call that heresy, Pilot. How dare you?
Yeah, you are a huge Python fan, man. Yes. The Python is dope. You know what I don't like about the Python? Probably the only thing I don't like about it is the interior looks like the set of a bad sci-fi show, like a 90s sci-fi show. The interior looks like that.
I don't know. For me, it looks the more realistic interior. I don't know.
That looks realistic to you?
I don't know. I like it. It looks like a car interior. There you go. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like, man. It looks like a cartoon or like a bad 90s sci-fi set.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm trying to think of some 90s sci-fi shows. If y'all can help me in the comments, I would appreciate that. But yeah, it looks like a bad sci-fi set.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, your point. Carrying on.
Anyway, man. So with all these bombs being dropped, if they are bombs or dead grenades, whichever they will be, what do you see happening for the update? What do you think they're capable of? That's my question. What do you think they're capable of doing with the update?
Elite Dangerous, right. So the space legs, I've heard things, I've listened to things, there are some behind the scenes that, you know, YamiKs does sort of hear from time to time, but it's very rare, to be frank. And space legs, a potential thing, but even if they are working on, you know, the FPS angle, you know, the walking around your ship and so on and so forth, I look at Cobra engine, the engine that runs Elite Dangerous.
Dated.
It's bad. It's really bad when it comes down to multiplayer. When it comes down to single player, okay, maybe. But even then, you know, making a game with ships and relatively little gravity or physics, because let's be honest, this game has relatively little physics.
Yeah.
Compared to, you know, FPS shooters or whatnot else, it may be really bad. It may be really bad. Collision problems and all that stuff I see definitely happening. Because let's be honest, Frontier, yeah, in their past, I don't think have worked on first-person shooters. I know that they had a project. I don't remember how was the name. DJ showed a while back, but it was a third-person shooter. They made, or at least attempted to make, a third-person shooter. So they are capable of at least doing that. So maybe, I don't know. It's at this point, maybe they are or used to be able to, you know, be capable of making something like it. But these days, with the performance they are, you know, putting forth on the Jurassic World, putting forth on Elite Dangerous, I have my doubts. I literally have my doubts. I honestly, these days, this is one of the things I try to put, you know, that definitive opinion in, but I can't. It's weird. I just don't know what to think anymore much about Elite. It's just, it could be bad, it could be great. So at this point, this is the point where I'm basically being wishy-washy. So yeah, it's, I don't know. I definitely, just like everyone else, wants to see a good fucking game. Everyone wants to see that, but I don't trust Frontier to do that. I don't. Every single big release that they have done in the past, Horizons, when it came first out, you know, the Planet Landing, it was shit. It was broken when it first released, and I wasn't playing even then. People just constantly remind me that, yes, Horizon was worse when it launched. Then there was, of course, multi-crew that was half-cooked. Then there's, of course, the instancing in this game that is horrible. There are, of course, the performance issues as well, you know. As of recent, they have shown, you know, issues that if you have FX quality on, your frames drop like a, I don't know, sack of dead cats or something. I don't know, there you go. So, it's, yeah, when you start to consider these little things, probably not gonna be great. So, yeah.
I got a different opinion on that, man. It's not necessarily a different opinion. It's that it depends on because like I say, you know, they've been working on the update since at the very least August.
Actually, they started the work, as I hear, from the moment Beyond started. So it's technically been 3 fucking years.
Okay, so even better, 3 years.
Yeah,
3 years, right? So 3 years, huge window. Huge window for them to release some huge updates to the current engine by the time 2020 rolls around. And so with that being said, that they have the opportunity to be competitive with the current games going out, No Man's Sky, Star Citizen, and whatever other game that you want to lay out. But I don't know if they displayed, well, they haven't displayed the ambition to do such a project. David Braben has said he wanted to do all these things when he first started the game. But as it stands, he's willing to go as far as somebody who has a lot of investors behind him are willing to go. I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but I'm saying that's what it looks like on the outside looking in. And if he becomes the rebel, then we'll have a great game. If he's a guy beholden to the shareholders, we're going to see a lot of the same assets and same things we've all been seeing, just a little variation on a theme. And that's how I look at it. That's how I look at
right.
it.
There you go, you're pretty much right there. Elite Dangerous is a company. It has its shareholders. Let's remember that they have a massive holder called Tencent.
What percent do they have of the company?
Right, so Tencent essentially are the Chinese company.
Do they have 10 cents on the company?
No, it's called Tencent.
I know.
There you go. Right, so essentially a Chinese company that has mobile stuff. I think they have shares in Epic Store. They have shares in League of Legends, or they bought League of Legends. I don't remember anyways. Again, you can research these things anyways. The thing is, they have shareholders, right? So that's one thing. But even so, Elite Dangerous, they've always been complacent ever since the release of this game. The thing is, Elite Dangerous as a space sim is a de facto best space sim game right now available on the market. And as long as they can still claim that, you know, being the game that is released, Star Citizen is not, so it's not. And besides, Star Citizen is not more stable or playable in general anyways. So that's the difference. Elite Dangerous, what are the competitors to it? No Man's Sky? Well, No Man's Sky, okay. In a way, it has become now. Sure.
Oh yeah,
but
absolutely. They are the,
even
they
so,
are
they're
returning
you know,
champs,
they're
man.
not at the same
returning.
sort of. They're not at the same market, right? They're not after the same sort of a market, regardless. So.
In what way?
So for
you
proper.
Gotta explain that one, man. You can't just say that. You gotta explain that one.
So, see, No Man's Sky has a different style, right? It has a more casual vibe when it comes down to Elite, right? Elite is more immersive. You can use the VR stuff. You can have the whole realistic take on it, and it has a lot of just integrations that, well, generally speaking, is a proper space sim staples, you know, the massive amounts of controls, the massive amounts of buttons and all that stuff. The typical space sim things, right?
Is
well,
not to cut you off, but is because I have never played No Man's Sky. I wanted to get into it, but cartoon aesthetic previously had turned me off. But you said you said that doesn't have a lot of buttons.
Yes.
Is that it? Really?
You
Is
can't
that right?
remap the mouse much.
Wow.
You can't.
Okay.
You don't have. I don't think they have a joystick support even.
Yeah, they don't have. That's what me and Commander Blackout were discussing. They don't have HOTA support, which
that's
when they came out with VR and they didn't have HOTA support, because I was ready to buy it, me and him both, and then they said no HOTA support. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
that's insane. Man.
That's the thing. No Man's Sky is a more casual, simpler sort of a space sim. Technically, it can be called a space sim, but it really is not.
What would you call
it's
it?
a
Fantasy?
Minecraft in space, essentially, but not even Minecraft. So that's what I mean, more casual and more whatnot else. So again, Elite Dangerous goes for the hardcore crowd, while No Man's Sky goes for the casual crowd.
Kind of the hardcore crowd. Because have you ever seen a space sim in have you ever seen a space sim called Rogue Systems?
No, I actually have not. Holy fuck.
Now,
well, there are plenty of those types of
hardcore.
games.
That is hardcore. Like, I was watching the video because somebody in my comment section mentioned it, and so I was like, what is that? And so I checked it out. It took 15 minutes for the guy to go through the startup sequence with buttons, and
okay.
I couldn't tell you what the buttons were. It was mixing fuel, and it was ridiculous, man.
Oh, wow.
But it was that was hardcore.
Okay,
and so
fine.
I thought I knew what hardcore was.
Yeah, that's a complete one. Yeah, so well, all right. Elite Dangerous is, sorry, more what would commonly be sort of a.
Not to say you're wrong.
simulator.
I'm just saying that I was surprised.
That's completely going
hardcore
full on realism on. So yeah, it's fair enough.
Yeah.
But But
Yeah,
yeah, there you
I
go.
wasn't stepping on your point. Just saying that like there's crazy stuff out there.
Certainly. So, but yeah, that's the thing. Elite Dangerous is still de facto, you know, space sim market leader. So,
Would you call
what's
them a space sim? No.
space sim market leader, if you will, sort of speak. Again, there's no better space sim than Elite Dangerous at the moment. Of
I wouldn't
course,
call them a space sim though.
huh?
I wouldn't call Elite Dangerous a space sim.
It, well, it is.
I would call it a spaceship sim. No, I wouldn't. Yeah,
I
spaceship sim.
suppose. But regardless, it's still in generalized category or subcategory, if you will. You know, the game like
Okay,
this,
sure,
the
yeah.
similar games that are around, Elite is the best one. X4, it's made by a smaller team. Well, the performance-wise, it's lacking. The UI is horrible, and so on and so forth. Star
I didn't know
Citizen
that. I
is
thought you
the
and
Kickstarter
Ant
that still doesn't work properly and all that stuff. So essentially, the only one that is properly working and playable, like, you know, what you would expect from Starship, you know, gamey thingy, is Elite. So as long as there is no competition for Elite directly, do you think that Elite, or Frontier in general, would be inclined to just, you know, do any more than needs to be done just to appease the immediate fans? What's the point in, you know, putting in effort if it's already good enough?
Well, I think
That's
they see
the
the writing
company
on the
way.
wall. They would be crazy not to see the writing on the wall. Everybody is
Sure.
closing in. They're closing in, and it's getting dark. and
And
unless they're going
when
to be
it's
like,
close enough, they will release something. Then they will start to do something. And I wouldn't be surprised that they already have something to release. It's just that they are
I mean, they
either
said they do.
polishing more
They said
or just
2020
waiting.
they do.
So yeah, that's when they expect the new things to come out, really, for, you know, the market in general, right? So we got 2021 when Star Citizen has the Squadron 42, well,
That's
apparently
2020.
releasing.
Actually, Squadron 42 is supposed to go into beta before we see the Elite Dangerous update.
That's basically what kind of incentivizes.
No, it wasn't insinuated.
Frontier
It's on
to
the
do things.
roadmap.
Yeah, I know.
Which is insane, man, that we're going to be, according to the roadmap, I mean, things that can always go
They will
not
change.
expected.
I guarantee they will change.
We'll see. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But the fact that they are saying we will be playing, what's my man that plays Luke Skywalker? What's his name?
That would be the
John Hamill.
Yes, Mark Hamill.
I called him John Hamill. Mark Hamill. My bad. I'm sorry, Mark Hamill. You the man, Mark Hamill. My bad. That we'll be seeing him and his character in Squadron 42 before we see the Elite Dangerous update. And they said that before Frontier announced their 2020 update, which it felt kind of reactionary after they made that announcement.
Elite Dangerous.
Not saying it was, but it just kind of felt that way. It seems like it, but
at this
I don't
point,
know.
They are too complacent to be the leaders.
But you know, I've only been saying stuff like this recently, just because it's felt like that. But this has been said for a long time. And with that being said, I think they might have a rabbit they're gonna pull out of their hat any second now. Like they're gonna pop out a roadmap. They're gonna blind all. They're gonna pull the wool over from over your eyes, or my eyes too, because like this stream and my last video, I've been kind of doubting them, but I think they got something for us, man. They got to. In fact, they have to, man. Because if they don't, market share and investor confidence is going to plummet, and it's going to be a bad look for everybody's. Me, you, everybody listening, everybody, man. It's not going to be a good look, man.
Well, Elite Dangerous is a rather interesting project to sort of witness, both in financial-wise and as well, you know, game development-wise. The way those two things interact, right? As I said, market leader, and then how Frontier actually sort of uses it, or rather reacts to other games, you know, taking either pot shots or even just simply announcing new things. Actually, the thing is, Star Citizen, sort of at the earlier days, did keep up or keep Elite Dangerous sort of going, and changing things. You know, they were looking, at least I think, they should have been looking at Star Citizen, what new things came out for it. Now, obviously, Elite tried to, you know, announce their own new things or release their own new things, and, you know, these days, since they see, well, Star Citizen's still pretty unplayable, or well, barely playable, if you will. Or just
oh no, man! I just did a 6-hour run with somebody. You can't tell me that stuff's unplayable, bro.
Okay, enjoy those boxes. Regardless, the point is, there's not much. The point is, there's not as much gameplay in it as there is in, well, what you would expect in a normal game. So,
no, you got to qualify that, because when's the last time you played it?
Let's see, that was a couple of weeks ago, definitely. I was actually filming a couple of things, and turned out that the footage was basically crap and blah, 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 basically. But yeah, a couple of weeks ago, that was 3.5, right? 3.5, yes.
Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you, man, now, you know, when you played that, because you got a thread, well, actually, it's not optimized for Threadripper, but you know, with the setups you had a great experience, right?
Like nope. Fucking
what was wrong with your experience?
Below 60. Constantly below 60. Oh, actually,
what were you expecting on that alpha? Like 100?
Okay. Actually, now that I start to remember, in the room, in the area 18, right? That city thingamajig, right? In the room where you spawn, my frame rates were almost 60, 50, 40, something like that. I exit the room, I start to walk around, and about constant 20, 15 sort of range of frame rates were up for me. Later on, I gotta
call shenanigans, man, because I'm on a mid-grade build, like from 3 years ago, that I've slightly upgraded, and I get that. You got to be getting better than that on your system.
Yes, I try to crank different, you know, volumes and whatnot else, and try to improve the frame rate. But the thing is, about Star Citizen, right? So I went on Reddit and asked, you know, I'm getting horrible FPS, so what is the thing, right? Delete the user, you know, the files or whatnot else, and reload them. Okay, did that. No change. Okay, what is the problem now? Maybe drivers. Okay, I DDU the motherfucking drivers and reinstalled. Played it a little bit, and I did get bit more frames. Granted, I got about 10 more frames, so now we're up to 25 to 30 frames a second with my monster rig.
Okay, right? So you're on console frame rate.
Yeah, it's cinematic, and it's horrible. I just and later on, of course, obviously the good old statement that Star Citizen or its frame rate is tied to the frame rate of the server.
Oh, yeah,
that good old thing came up. And then I realized, oh.
I mean, that's typically PR talk, and I sound like I'm forgiving Star Citizen for everything, but they have a lot to do, man. But that frame rate, I would say that's kind of par for the course for alpha, especially when they haven't introduced server meshing, which obliterates everything.
Okay, fine. It's kind of unfair to compare, you know, this Star Citizen alpha to other particular game alphas, but all right, let's just go with that. Fuck it. So a while back, I got in my email let's see, it was a pre-alpha demo version for a game called Chernobylite. An interesting game, that essentially, you know...
That's not the one with all the missiles in it, like a million players shooting at you at once.
No. Chernobylite is essentially, you know, Chernobyl, but, you know, with sort of a creepy vibe and all. It's a Kickstarter, sort of a first-person shooter, right?
Okay.
And they released a pre-alpha demo. And that fucking thing, though it had... you know, issues with, you know, maps and so on and so forth. Obviously, it's a pre-alpha, you know, quick tech demo. Fine. It's a demo, it's a quick demo and whatnot else. But even so, it's a pre-alpha and, you know, they actually put in effort to present your, you know, Kickstarted, you know, people or the people who actually went on to give you that kickstarting money for that, you know, project, to present you with at least a playable thing that doesn't chug or fail or fuck up. I mean, still, it is what it is. But regardless, it actually presented you as a backer of that project, of what it could be. And it got me interested. So Chernobyl is way better representative and also executed sort of demo of what is to come for the game than Star Citizen is.
Well, how do you compare those two? This is a single player game?
That is a single player game, sure. That is another thing. Yes.
Do we even need to go further?
That is the thing. But
it's a single player game, man. What are you talking about?
The point I'm making right now is that the things that Star Citizen has presented to its backers, to its, most devoted players, but, backers, essentially, is just lots of broken stuff, nothing much to do in whatever stuff is in there, and, there are some interesting things, but realistically speaking, the experience doesn't sort of instill, trust.
See, that's why I asked you to come and play with it. Play with me on it tonight, so I could show you some of these. If you don't play it regularly, you don't see these things. But man, there is a ton to do. There's a ton to see. There's a ton to experience, man.
And ton to crash.
And I don't want to be the fanboy because I have my criticisms of it. Like I have huge criticisms of it, but the experience, just being in the game, kind of washes the negative away enough for me to play it more than I've played Elite Dangerous in so long, man. Like I want Elite Dangerous to excite me like Star Citizen has excited me. Because I started with Elite Dangerous, and that's where I met you. That's where I met Egis and all these guys. But right now it feels empty. And Star Citizen has been filling the void. It has its problems. It definitely, absolutely has its problems, but it's not completely polished, but it's on the way to being polished. And the promise
not
of
being
it
polished is a kind way of saying it, but okay, Kevin.
But it has more promise than Elite is offering right now. And if Elite could solve a lot of these issues with just giving us a roadmap instead of like, here's this leaked roadmap from this guy. It might be real, it might not be real, but here's something until 2020. Peace, y'all. Drop the mic. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Actually, what Frontier is doing... Actually, there's one thing I respect Frontier for doing, and that's definitely not revealing way too much. See,
they're revealing way too nothing.
Way different. Okay, fine. Elite Dangerous is guilty, or the developers are guilty of...
I like that I've made an Elite Dangerous advocate of you. I like that I just did that right now. I think I'm the first person to do that. Shout out in the comments. I'm the first person to make this dude an Elite Dangerous advocate.
Sure, right. Right. Anyway, so there are good things, and when there are good things, I'll say, right, that they are good. But the thing is, Elite Dangerous, right? So ever since the beginnings of, basically just me playing it, I've noticed one interesting trend about Elite, that is just not overselling too much of the thing, or not overselling whatever updates are to become, or coming out essentially too
extreme opposite.
Early. That's the thing. Elite is one of those games that developers don't really reveal what's coming until basically it's almost there. Like,
you think that's their
months.
MO? Like that's their modus operandi?
It's definitely their MO. They usually reveal only things that are coming a few months or month even before its release. And I respect that. See, when it comes down to overhyping or revealing content, see, when developer just goes out and starts promising things, everyone gets really hyped. Look at Star Citizen. That's a good example of it, actually. But there comes the time when, these promises have to come through, and, they have to deliver on those promises. And what happens to the people, to the public, that, sees when developer just decides, months before the release of promised features, oh, sorry, we can't deliver it. We're gonna have to axe it. Obviously,
Now,
people gonna get pretty angry, and that has happened with fucking Star Citizen.
Now, you have to answer for that with carriers.
Yes, carriers one thing, ice planets is another thing, and those
Ice planets.
that's the thing. It's even when Elite Dangerous developers, or PR team are trying not to reveal things. Even then, things before, a couple of months before the release can just simply be axed as well. And people will get angry even with that. So, for me, I hate hype. See, I hate fucking hype. When developer goes out like Chris Roberts with his company and says, we're gonna build this fucking amazing fucking thing, and after 6 years you're still seeing basically nothing, well, you start to get pretty fucking salty, don't ya? And ask, where the fuck is that money going? Where's those $200 or 200 fucking million dollars going, really? So that's the thing. I much rather prefer to, perhaps give a light tease and not overhype things, or just, if you hype things, then hype it according to times rather than just setting out 10-year fucking plan and then just end up realizing after 2 years that, fuck, we can't do any of that. Right?
Yeah.
That's my mentality on public relations if I were to be in charge and whatnot else. So
I agree with you.
So that's how I see it. That's why I say Elite on that front is actually quite applaudable for just keeping their trap shut on, we're gonna promise you this and that aspect.
Now, you know what? Mostly 90% agree with you. I think that it's better to say nothing than to say something that you're not confident that you can accomplish. But I think that by saying nothing, they're also saying what they're not confident in doing. And I think
that's also a thing. Yes, indeed. Communication is not an easy thing, and Elite Dangerous certainly has failed by just basically being completely shut. That's a big grievance everyone pretty much has with Elite Dangerous and content release about it. Developers are literally just not saying anything. They're not interacting even with community. Fuck, when was the last time anyone saw a developer beside the PR team being on Reddit and answering anyone's question or just commenting on something? I haven't seen that ever. I haven't seen that.
That is an outstanding point, man. Please continue. That's
the thing. And when you go to something like PlanetSide 2, my good old dead horse, the PlanetSide 2, a game that I, used to love a lot, and today I still have very fond memories about, but there's a different topic. Regardless, if you go on PlanetSide 2's subreddit and read the, subreddit itself, and even their own forums, you will see an actual developer, engine developer or a graphics designer answering a couple of questions or clarifying things. There are a lot more
graphics designers answering questions.
So that's the thing. That's the difference between those two fucking companies, and I respected that tremendously from PlanetSide. Even though, on the other hand, PlanetSide 2, at the time when I started making videos for Elite Dangerous, didn't particularly have a PR presence like Elite did. They didn't make weekly, not even monthly, public sort of streams, talking with the community, even just playing with them. They didn't really do that, and that was sort of an issue that Elite, still to this day, is applaudable that they do. Every week, they stream at least once, which is nice, which is definitely nice to see. At least they're, communicating with those that are interested, and sometimes even answer a couple of questions, even if it is done by community manager.
I haven't had a lot of luck with the community managers on Elite Dangerous. I tried to.
You need to hunt them down like wild beasts. They're just elusive.
No. I've actually had conversations with some, and
gotcha. Oh,
I ain't gonna go into that. But suffice it to say, it didn't turn out so well, which is crazy because until the last two, this video and the last one before that, I had nothing but positive things to say about Elite Dangerous. I was kind of an advocate for Elite Dangerous And I'm an advocate, but I still want them to be on their toes, and that's why the slight change in message, because I want them to do well. You never really are passionate about something to where you start saying, well, why don't you do this until you love a game. Like if I didn't care about the game at all, I wouldn't say anything at all. And I think you probably the same way. Yeah, you wouldn't be covering Elite Dangerous, right? If you didn't care about it.
For me, when it comes down to these games that I make videos about, it's mostly, well, it's almost 90% of the time because of the people that view. You people that are watching, listening to us bitching, complaining perhaps. It's all to entertain both you and just to give you some, I suppose, semblance of actual gameplay or fun in the game. Because, well, let's be honest, Elite itself doesn't really deliver much news or interesting things these days. Or Planside back in the day and so on and so forth. So that's my sort of fake take. But when it comes down to the Elite, that's why I'm so fucking harsh to it. I want things to change, and well, that's why I just constantly, push them, well, I suppose call them out on many things. So there you go. That's sort of my approach on things.
Like that. I don't know, man. I'm still hopeful. After everything is said and done, I'm still hopeful. I think Elite, they can't just be sitting on the bench. There's no way to just sit on the bench watching everything happen. They've got some plan, and I think it's big, and I think it's at least some of it is going to contain the things we've been asking for. Maybe space legs. Got to be atmospheric landings at the very least.
We'll see. Honestly, we'll just see.
What do you think, man? Do you think they're going to pull off atmospheric landings at the very least?
I look at atmospheric landings as a simple things to do.
It's not from a programmer aspect. Definitely not simple.
That's the thing. I'm looking from a game design, game programmer viewpoint. It should be easier to do than space legs, because for space legs you need to make new environments. You need to detail a lot more things. So basically, artists gonna go overtime. Of course, the UI designers, the level designers, everyone's gonna be just working a lot to make that first-person portion of it. While atmospheric landings are the same fucking planets with maybe clouds, a few effects on them. It depends how deep you want to go with atmospheres, right? And maybe water or liquids. Or something like that. Again, depends on how deep you want to go.
I'm sorry, I'm so bad. It's not just compositing. I said that like a single cat lady. I'm so bad. But now it's not just compositing these things on the existing assets. They got to rearrange the whole thing to contain the physics, to contain the animations. They got to visit my boys at the mocap studio in London, Playboy.
Don't think Elite is actually using mocaps, because if you look at their...
if they want to add some realistic detailed characters, that's definitely a must.
Costs a lot. See, mocap usually
costs
a lot.
So there's another thing. Are they willing to invest?
Doubt it. See, have you seen actually some of those animations? Actually, even the officially released animations of actual humans being animated in the trailers for Elite Dangerous. Have you seen those?
Yeah, absolutely. Mocap, right. Man.
If you actually start, if you turn off the, audio from those videos and look at just the animations and how smoothly they're made, I can tell you, right, even without my artist's eye, I don't really have that, but regardless, even not being an artist, I can tell you that that's not really mo-capped, or if it is, then it's horribly mo-capped.
Well, I would say, because that's like part of what I do for a living is VFX, motion graphics, and editing. That's absolutely mo-capped, man. Okay. Not to step on your point, but...
All right, fair enough. Then I'm wrong. But it's still
you're not necessarily you're not necessarily wrong. I could be wrong, but
those animations, I don't know.
From my perspective,
those animations just even for especially for 2019, 2017 even. those animated humans, they just look so bad. Those animations
Well, when
just
I
look
think of
so
it,
bad.
I'm thinking of like the crate video, and
Yeah, yeah,
actually I can't think
exactly.
of anything. But actually, that's the only one I can think of where they had some character animations with the crate. I know they had some early on when they first released, but I don't really remember those because
Me
that's like
too.
before my elite time. But yeah, man, at least the crate video, that's definitely mocap, man. Like I got some guys in the studio or that own the studio in London, the mocap studio, and they do insane things, and I can definitely see that coming from a place like that, man. I think they were on point with that. I think they were for real, but are they for real enough to put that in the game? That's another question.
It is coming. I mean, back when they released, I think it was the last Beyond update, they fortunately for us at least, they included those animated shorts.
What?
You
Elite
know,
Dangerous thing?
yeah. Hold on, if you haven't seen,
Or are you
actually,
talking about the ones that come in the files?
yeah, those that came in the files that weren't used, that probably will be coming
Oh,
soon. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that stuff. So yeah, obviously they've been working on at least some sort of a mission-giving animation or cutscene. How will that pan out? I'm not sure, but yeah, we'll see. Um, so
Okay.
yeah. Well, actually, it's been 2.5 hours. Holy crap. Right. Well, I'm
Oh,
gonna
you've been
check
on for a
this little
while.
signal source and probably that'll be end of the stream regardless. Cause, yeah, today is quite hectic and I got plenty of things to do, which is kind of unfortunate. I wish to stream more, but well, 2.5 hours I think is plenty enough. And,
Well, before you go, I think the audience will love to know skinny jeans or not skinny jeans for
always the
Yamiks.
baggiest clothes you can. Always. I absolutely fucking despise tight clothes. Just, no.
Okay, that goes against. I thought you might be like you look like you might be a baggy jeans dude. And I was like, nah, he's like 20, like early 20s, skinny jeans dude.
Dear gods, why? So,
And he's
there you
got
go.
the
Style advice from TheYamiks. Don't constrict your groin. It's bad for you.
Oh man. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever get a chance, check me out. Dig That 32 on
Perfect.
YouTube.
I was about to actually give you. So yeah, Dig That definitely on YouTube's. If you go and check his stuff out, he has definitely the golden voice and whatnot else. So certainly something worth taking a look at if you hate my voice. So yay for you.
Who could hate your voice, man?
Me.
Well, everybody hates their own
There
voice.
you go. That's your answer.
Everybody hates their own voice. That's true. That's true.
Well, regardless, yeah. So I think that'll be it on this stream for at least today and all that. I'll be definitely back tomorrow and for Friday as well, and I don't know about Saturday, Sunday, but regardless, yeah, got a lot of things to do, and since I'm back in Latvia from the UKs and whatnot else, I got plenty of fucking things to do. Yay. Anyways, so then, well, as per usual on the end of the stream, so guys, if you enjoyed the stream and all that stuff, you can always subscribe on the YouTube, follow on the Twitch side, and all that wonderful stuff. And hey, if you want to support the work that I do, be that on YouTube's streams or whatnot else, you can always check out the Patreon, and of course, join the Discord, because why not? Also, I am planning to do a giveaway sort of a thing, so it will be happening in Discord, so if you want to partake in the coming things, yeah, it's worth being there. Regardless, I guess that'll be it for the evening, and I'll see you then, yeah, pretty much tomorrow. So guys, take care, and big thanks to Dig That for tuning up and, well, basically providing company and interesting talks.
My pleasure, my dude.
Right. Well, that pretty much will be it for today. And yeah, enjoy the evening and whatever else is left of the day for